Hi, everybody. I'm Sherry Hudson Passy from the SLEEK Committee, and with me today, I have got Joyce, and she has come to talk to us about her SLEEK course, Assemblage, Preparing, Writing, and Revising Proof Arguments. This sounds like an amazing course. Welcome. Thank you for coming to talk to us about it.
Thank you. It's my pleasure to be here. I know that's quite the mouthful on the title, but
I just wanted to make sure.
I'm
Yeah,
just calling it assemblage in
there
short,
you
so
go.
I don't have to
There
remember
you
it
go.
all.
I just want to make sure I said it correctly.
You're doing great. Yeah,
Can you give us a brief overview of this course,
sure.
what people will be learning?
Yeah, and I think if I can start by saying like where the premise of it, kind of how I
Yeah,
kind of came to it, because it's a new
perfect.
course for me and for SLIG. I've been helping folks who are preparing for certification.
Yes.
And so I've mentored now 3 groups of students who are in that process.
Mhm.
And what I was really kind of coming to during it is that these are like really good researchers and good writers. And I was like, "But why isn't this particular piece of work working for them?" Right. And it often a case study or proof argument, but it also manifested itself in terms of like a family narrative or even a research report as well. And so
Mhm.
I was just like, I couldn't figure it out. And so it kind of came to me, so much of it is based on how those are put together. So
Ah,
if you took it all apart and deconstructed it, they'd done the research and their writing was, was clear and
mhm.
communicative and effective. But it was just like the structure of it. So how the building blocks, were they in the right order, in the right sequence? Did they tie
Yes.
together? Were there's the syllogisms there? So a lot of it is on case study. So that's the premise for it. And so that's the idea, is that during the course, we'll be working with somebody's own case study, a student's own case study, and we'll also work with some common case studies,
Mhm.
so we can do the same exercises and see what other students do along the way. And so they'll develop their own case study with each of the techniques we use, and build on it over the weeks. So it's everything from that construction, which is I consider major, to
Mhm.
something less important, but still critical. Things like, verb tense and segues and transitions and
Yeah.
titles and conclusions, like those smaller things, but that still kind of create the whole
Yes.
package.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds wonderful. It sounds so exciting and fun. Yeah,
Super
yeah.
excited.
Who is this course for? People that just need some help. You don't have to necessarily be going for certification
Correct.
to
Yeah.
take this
So
course.
certification for sure isn't a requirement. It's just that's how I got to this point of
Right,
creating putting
exactly.
all together the things that I was teaching them and kind of putting it together in this package, that's now a course for SLIG. So I consider it's anybody who wants to be more effective in their writing and their communication of a written work product, right? That could be a client report. It could
Sure.
be a case study for yourself or for publication.
Yeah.
It could be preparation for any credential.
Mhm.
So those are the folks that want to, I would consider it, I would say,
I gotcha.
and find it the most effective.
So are there any prerequisites? What would you, recommend people what level, what should they have done before?
Yeah, ideally have had some education in practice writing
Mhm.
with some kind of feedback in some forum, so and we're so lucky now because we've got so many educational opportunities
Yes,
in the industry that I don't know anybody who hasn't taken advantage of many of them. So
exactly.
that kind of qualifies a lot of people. I think if they're looking at SLIG courses, they're probably almost already qualified. But having had some writing experience, some feedback, and knowing that they've got a lot going for them, but want to improve on it, it
Right.
that kind of
Uh,
places them in the mainstream of like what would work for them for this course.
yeah, so it's just taking your writing up a level. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, exactly. So who else is, on your team? Who are the other
Cool.
instructors?
I'm so excited because I've got, I think, folks who are actually new to SLIG instructing,
Oh,
and
fun.
who have developed these techniques of their own that completely fit into this course. So I'm thrilled with it because they're passionate about their topics, and I can't even actually wait to sit in their sessions for the first time. So I've got Kim Richardson, who is doing a lot of the work on building those, creating those building blocks and helping people work through it,
Mhm.
and also focusing on kind of an offline method to do that.
Ah,
So
nice.
start doing it on paper in tangible ways, which really changes our thinking. It's how genealogists used to
Sure.
work 20 years ago with
Yeah,
less, but more, if that makes sense.
it does.
And
It does make
I
sense.
also, yeah, I have Deborah Kohler, who is coming to us with this amazing passion and experience in transcribing for something other than what we genealogists think of transcribing. So she's used this method to help us with revisions and editing and
Oh,
crafting and rewriting. And it's just, it's sounds, actually, she and I joke about it. It sounds dry, but when you make someone do it and they do it, they're like, oh my gosh, it's almost like life altering. Like what changes? When you rewrite your own work or you transcribe somebody's work, you notice all kinds of things you never
all
noticed.
kinds of things. Yeah,
And
yeah.
then Cindy Richardson is almost doing the opposite of that, because she's coming to us with this great experience in audio and verbal feedback. So
Ah,
you're working with a partner or two,
mhm.
reading some of your own work as the author, and they're giving you real-time feedback. So
Oh,
it's
nice.
just, I know, it's also
Yeah.
mind-blowing and super exciting. And then my final instructor is Shannon Green, who's bringing standards into the entire discussion, because they really fit in so nicely with us understanding why
Mhm.
we're doing some of the things that we're going to do.
Yeah. This whole course sounds wonderful. So exciting. And like you
I'm
said,
excited. Yeah.
brand new for SLIG. It sounds wonderful. It sounds wonderful. Is there anything else you'd like to say to encourage people to enroll?
Well, one of the things where I come from is, in my past career, I was a marketer and I did a lot of like data mining. And so a
Mhm.
lot of where I come from and what I teach is data driven. And so it's not like I'm kind of randomly coming up with a topic and like saying, hey, here, I know all about this. I do a lot of research on every topic. So I
Mhm.
do literature reviews of my own to learn about a topic, to then be able to take my intuition plus research from others to present the best kind of information for someone to use. And so as an example, one of the sessions is on visual elements, let's say,
Mhm.
and that's using like bullets, tables, and figures in
Yes.
our writing, right? And
Yeah,
and we all know that, I don't mean to be trite, but a picture is worth 1,000 words, right? And,
exactly.
and that's for a reason, because we kind of process it differently than words, right?
Mhm.
It's more memorable, it's more easily
Yeah.
recalled.
Yeah.
And so I looked through 157
Ooh.
recent case studies, analyzed them all. And
Wow.
in 95% of them, bullet points are used. In
Yeah.
57% of them, a table is used, and in like 45% of them, a figure is used. And then I broke down what kind of information is in those different
I
visual
gotcha.
elements. And so it's that kind of information that kind of informs the course throughout almost every session.
Yeah, wonderful. It sounds better and better the more the more you explain it. So I encourage people that really want some extra help with their writing or just excited about this new concept, this course that you're teaching, to sign up. So if you're interested in this course with Jan, and I know I am, and I'm sure all of you are as you watch this video, go to the SLIG webpage and check out registration, when it begins, and how you can get registered to take this course. So thank you, Jan, for coming and talking to us about it today. And we look forward to hearing more from you as time goes on. And we will also be back together as we talk about another course at SLIG. So I hope you continue watching the series to help you to decide which SLIG course you would like to register for. And with that, we'll say thanks and see you next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye.